Got the little berm. Gonna be another thunderstorm or two before I get the gravel down. And so I'm gonna hold off on digging the hole for the house, since I wouldn't be able to, until after I got the gravel down, since I wouldn't be able to get any concrete truck up here. Deer fly bothering me. Look at that. Nice catch. There's not too many deer flies around here. It's mainly horse flies. Well, I wouldn't be able to get a concrete truck up until I got the gravel down. So let's see. I think I made it to maybe like right about here when I first got the backhoe till it started raining. Those 3 days or whatever. And it's kind of like try getting back uphill, wouldn't be able to, so I'd create like ruts. Back down a little bit, got the shovel, backing up, filling those ruts, try again, and then wouldn't even get as far as I was. Back down even further, and then filling those ruts, try again. End up down there, and churning this like, this is like clay. So getting it wet and then working it with those tires, it's like still soft, after like 4 or 5 days of drying. I eventually made it uphill and did whatever. After like 4 or 5 days drying, tried going over it to compact it a little, and it was still soft enough where it's got these ridges. I mean, now it's been washed out, so I mean, they were maybe 6 inches before, now they're a little more. So I mean, this area is a tricky one because it was still soft when these rains. It only had like 5 days to dry before these rains started. Basically though, equilibrium method, digging down 3 feet on that side, yeah. Filling in one of the ruts with some 2x10, like 2 planks over each one, and that's like on that attempt when I did that, I actually made it, so maybe that made a difference, I don't know. But it was tricky. Got all my wood dragged up. Piles and piles and piles. That was a lot of dragging. Yeah, basically equilibrium method though. Digging from this left half, digging it out. Let's see, down 3 feet over, and then like right here is probably about where the slope is. Piling it up on that slope. And yeah, I did raise this thing up a lot. Like, there's the old brush pile. And, we're about some tree stumps. It's the root mass right there. And it's nice, just, it doesn't got a thumb, the backhoe. But, it could, having these 4 foot long things could pinch it, and then move it around. Just dig out on the sides and then the front, and then push it forward or push it backwards to break it free, and then knock it to the side to get a grab on it. So it's definitely nice having those long stumps. Yeah, so I did this, and it definitely, this is like maybe a 3 foot berm. It didn't get nowhere near 6 feet. Got a deer. I don't think I caught it. He's just chilling right over here. So this right here is the landing. This was, what do you call it? A bunch of stinging nettle. I don't know if you heard that. The deer around here like to make noises. Yeah, he wasn't too happy, or she wasn't too happy. I took all the food away. This was all that nice young fresh green plants. The deers just loved it. So succulent. It's like a salad bar. You know, I'm over there. Got the radio blasting and all that, and they'd still try to sneak in some snacks. And all they get is a little mud on their hooves, so they're not happy. Yeah, this will be the landing though. And whenever I do it, get around to doing it, you know, over here, cutting into that hill, ramp up, taking all that dirt, putting it here, and that'll be the ramp down into the landing. Some tree stumps. Some mud puddles. This is my wash plank. See if I catch any gold nuggets from this runoff. None yet, but you know, fingers crossed, maybe get lucky. Over here it goes from real nice clay, you know, it's just so easy to dig that out, and then this is just massive rocks. And it's just a fight, you know, to break up these rocks. They're all tightly packed. So over here, you get to the top of the hill, and it's just on a rocky top of the hill, piling it over. So here's where the landing will start. So these actually are 6-foot berms up here, or a 6-foot berm, I should say. Goes out pretty far. What do you call it? It's my special tree right there. This used to be surrounded by the forest, but it had like a 5-foot clearance all around it. So it's just sitting in this little special clearance for it. And the structure of the tree, it's just like, you know, perfect structure. I think, you know, it's very aesthetically pleasing structure, and it's worse for wear now because the bugs have gotten to it and all that. But in the spring, it's the most beautiful tree, you know, perfect. I think it's like a choke cherry or something. The birds eat these, eat the berries off of this type of tree. You know, it's a fairly common tree on the property, but the birds eat them. Eat the berries before they ever ripen. So I don't even know if it is a choke cherry, but I think it is. That's gonna be my guess for right now. I got to keep it though. I was worried, you know, at the time that I'd be digging it out for the road driveway, but managed to save it. Yeah, so what do you call it? Driveway. Does the, you know, goes straight up until the you know, growing landing, and then it starts curving to the left, you know. So this will be like, you know, the cinder blocks coming out, and then fruit trees, you know, every 20 feet having a fruit tree, and that'll help, you know, that little stream bed, you know, fill in that, you know, the trees will drink the water, and the roots will help with erosion and all that. Get water, and then maybe eventually, you know, this is my primary because they're going to grow better because they'll get the water. This gets more sun on this side, and then it, you know, gets the runoff from the hill above it, but still not going to get much water. But eventually, you know, once I've run out of places to put fruit trees, you know, along here and other places, line this with fruit trees, so it'll be, you know, like a fruit tree tunnel. You know, walking and driving, you know, and you got the canopy of fruit trees over your head. I think it's just going to be beautiful. And underneath those, the berry bushes and growing passion flower or the Madame Galen, you know, like each tree could have, so, you know, a couple vines. You know, I want to do a flowering vine and a fruiting vine on most of these trees, fruit trees, once they get big enough. It's a Cat 420. It's, you know, was originally a Case 580 with which, you you know, broke before I even got it. So they gave me this one, the Cat 420. 4-wheel drive, beautiful. I got the bucket full. The counterweight for going down there. So I took down the top of this hill 3 feet, you know, and that's the material I used to berm up that. You know, that's maybe a 60-foot section of 6-foot tall berm. It takes a lot of material to build a berm up 6 foot. So there's not going to be too many 6-foot berms going on. So driveway going up. That's what I'm working right now. Not going across. I got it full of debris for the counterbalance for going down here. It's going down to the house area. So I'm digging downhill. So the thing always wants to fall forward, you know, whenever I do anything with that scoop, it's just like, whoa. So a full bucket is a nice countermeasure, but this still isn't really as steep as I want it. So once I get down to the bottom, I'm gonna go back up to the top, you know, dig in with the, you know, in reverse, you know, the digging handle, you know, facing this way, dig my way back up, you know, so it'll be better balanced for digging uphill, you know, and then bring this down another foot or 2 foot. Here we got the well. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm doing something eventually. Once I dig it up, you know, dig it down another foot or 2 foot, going my way back up. I'll have this pushed out further. It's just I lack the material to build this out as far, you know, like that right there. This edge should be kind of like right there, you know, so I want to move it another 6 foot out or so. And over here, it's like, here's this edge. Should be over there. That's maybe 15 foot it needs to go. So, got a lot more, you know, digging down. So this is the issue, you know. All this nasty water. So if it's, you know, like this, it'll just churn it into mud. You know, like I let this dry. Probably 2 or 3 dry days before I get back onto this area. The rest of this will end up getting churned into that mud. And I really don't want to turn it into mud. It'll just be a hassle. Maybe, it's sinking in maybe. Yeah. Pretty much. Let's see what we got. Almost as much as my boot. You know, that's like 12-15 inch, you know, squeeze out. So let this dry out a little bit. I'll do the top. That's where I monitor myself when I'm doing my backhoe. When I'm operating the backhoe, I also sit on that. And that's the safety monitor. So I'm monitoring my safety. Some more stuff. Yeah, so I mean, going back that way, another, what do we got, 20 feet or so maybe? I reach the back and then start digging down, you know, even deeper, and start digging my way back out. And I'm just gonna keep digging until I get the dirt piled out far enough. You know, really, I need that width to build the house, you know, unless this ends up being super steep. You know, I don't want to take even this whole top part, you know, cutting across the hill. It's not level. I somehow managed to have a slight hill going up, you know, so I would like to take this whole end of the hill down another foot, you know, to actually level off that landing area. So, I mean, once all that earth is moved, hopefully I'll have enough, you know, it'll be filled in good. And if I still need more dirt, probably just dig down deeper, or just have some earth, order some dirt, you know, it's maybe $40 a yard, $20 a yard maybe for just backfill dirt. So I'll have to kind of figure, is it cheaper to, you know, rental fees and the gas on that, or just bring it in, have it dumped. So, you know, this will be the top, you know, one of these years, you know, kind of from right there to, where is it, right there, cutting off that top of the hill, you know, flattening off the top of the hill. That'll be the other major growing area. Yeah, the Cat 420, so it's a nice one. Got like a 5-foot berm going on. I don't know, maybe 3 foot right there. Kind of dig, and this I'm just scraping off this topsoil, so I don't get any more of this poison ivy. Some nice muds. I don't get any more of this poison ivy growing. So it'll just be some nice clay, and then whenever I feel like I'm up for it, have some topsoil delivered, do a couple inches of that, and then throw some seeds. I got a ton of echinacea, a ton of I will have a ton of black-eyed Susans, got a ton of kale. These are seeds that I've harvested here and there. Toss those things around. Let's see what we got. This is a sad, what do you call it, casualty. This is a passion flower vine. They're kind of scattered all throughout in here. What I don't mind is getting rid of, let's see what we got. I went through and got rid of most of them. I missed some. Oh, they're around here. Well, a lot of poison ivy. I kind of hand cleared this area. And I was focusing on the ivy and the nettle, or the nettles and the blackberries. So, yeah, I'm mainly getting rid of, like, you know, the purpose of scraping off the top, you know, get rid of like blackberries and poison ivy. And there's enough of passion fruit around where, you know, when I am ready to start planting it, it's everywhere. You know, I can just harvest it, make it more deliberate. Interesting wasp. He's gone now. Yeah, so that's kind of what I've been doing though. Maybe 35 hours left on it out of the 120. Another hour to get from there to like, my clothesline, and then 2 hours to do the same thing on this side. An hour and a half, 2 hours. So I mean, it'll be pretty much. I want to bring it up to like right here. Once I get here, I'll clear the area. Probably stopping like right at those tubs. Here's the shed. You know, it's just like a couple feet from the shed. Actually, never mind. I'm not even gonna probably stop at that clothesline, and then I'm just gonna grab dirt from somewheres and put it over here. Grab some that nice rocky clay, dump it over here, and build this up another foot or so. So it'll be a scraping off the top right there, and then the final thing over here, just piling it up a foot or so, just to get a little more water pressure. You know, this will be where they drill the pump. You know, the higher the better. You know, at present it's gonna be maybe 12-foot difference in height, 15-foot difference in height maybe. So I mean, it'll be not city pressure, maybe like half city pressure or something. I don't want to lose another foot. It's just gonna be that much weaker, so I might as well build it up a foot. Yeah, that's the general plan though. Probably something and something. I'm going to pull out those. I'm not going to chainsaw these stumps, you know, move the clothesline when I get to it. And that'll be over these rainy days, you know, finish doing this top area. Give it time to dry out down there. And then switch back to that lower area. Use the last 25-30 hours down there. Back and then, you know, last 5 hours. Kind of the general plan is just to go back over everything, you know, that bucket, you know, I got it full of dirt right now, so it's oriented like that, but going up the hill, you know, here's the bucket, kind of how it's oriented right now, full of dirt. I had it going that way and it would dig deep ruts, you know, so go over it again, you know, as a final pass to smooth it out a little, because there's like 6-inch, 10-inch differences in grade, and I don't want to be doing 6 to 10-inch of gravel, you know, probably 4-inch I can get away with. If I smooth it out now, you know, a final pass and then maybe 4 inches of gravel, it'll turn out nice. So that's kind of the general plan. See how it goes. Yeah, I'll do a video though once it's all graveled. See how it looks.